What is up, guys? How are you doing today? Today we're doing a bit of a different video, and we're going to be talking about my PS5 collection that I'm close to dropping, and we're going to go through all the games I've collected so far on PlayStation 5 this generation. And I'm just going to put this on the floor so it's a little bit easier to handle, but I want to talk about my games collection so far this generation and which games I've enjoyed. And also, just so you know, I've been more of an Xbox player, but I've actually recently switched to PS5 because personally, I'm just now wanting to collect physical copies. It's much better on to do on PlayStation. The performance difference between the consoles that we were told at launch was not it. So I'm playing on PlayStation. I'm really enjoying playing that, and I'm having a blast collecting trophies and also just playing the amazing titles on PlayStation. As you can see, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake right now because I've never played a Final Fantasy game, which we'll talk about in a video coming soon when I review this game because I am in love with it. But starting off with the newest ones, and by the way, at the end of each month, I'm going to do a collection update of the games I've bought that month. So without further ado, let's start off with Helldivers. Now, this game, actually, bit of a story behind it, literally arrived for me last Friday when it launched, but yeah, my copy came completely smashed from PC World in the UK, so thanks to those guys. I don't normally order from them, but it was actually cheaper to buy from them this time, so I did. Not doing that again. I also got Skull and Bones. This was just that came out the Friday just gone actually this weekend. Haven't dived into that yet, not hearing the best things in the world, but certainly going to check it out and yeah, enjoy that. But Final Fantasy VII. Now, this is the one I want to talk about the most. I am going to make an entire video on this one because this is my first ever Final Fantasy game. I've never played one of them before, and I love it. I'm still playing through it at the moment. When I finished it, I'm going to make the review. I'm probably about, I don't know, halfway. I'm probably like 20-something hours in. I'm doing all the side quests and stuff. No, I'm probably way past halfway, actually, because I'm on like chapter 14, I think. And I think there's 18 chapters. I'm not too sure because I'm just enjoying it, to be honest. But I was going to just buy the new one that's coming out, but my friend was like, no, you must play this one before you play the next one, because I've heard this is the first part of the game, essentially. And the one, Rebirth, sorry, is coming out soon. Already pre-ordered it since I started this one because I fell in love with it. It's just so good. I picked up a copy of Resident Evil 4. It's still boxed because I haven't got round to playing it yet. I do this way too often. I pre-order games, I get them delivered, or I just buy games, get them delivered when they're on offer, and I don't get round to playing them, but I've heard this is amazing, so I certainly will pick this up soon. People say it's one of the best remakes sort of ever, almost, so definitely wanting to dive into that one very, very soon. Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, the Lego Star Wars. So got this for Christmas, actually. Haven't dived into it yet. Have played it before though. So I'm looking forward to playing it through. Actually, I was actually looking at, because I love the Lego games. I was looking at doing the Platinum Trophy for this game, but it's so long. It's literally like 100 hours. But you never know. It might be something that I sort of just pick up and put down every now and then because yeah, you know, it's fun. We have next, this is probably one you may not have heard of. This is the Treasures of Aegon. There we go, that's what it is. I've not heard of this game. My girlfriend actually got me this for Christmas because she asked what I wanted, and I found this on Game, and it was a really good price, and I was like, I want to try it out. The reviews weren't too bad, and it looked pretty different, so that's in my collection now. I just love collecting games, to be honest. I'm really enjoying it. If you guys want me to do a Switch collection update, let me know, because I can do that as well. We have Dredge. Now, this game I did play on PC originally. I played it through on my Steam Deck. It looked gorgeous there, but I picked it up on PS5 because I loved it. Wanted to support the developers there, and yeah, it's such a good game. There's some decent goodies in here. I haven't actually unboxed it, but I know there's some good stuff in this box because I can feel the weight. Anyway, this was brilliant. This is a game I'm definitely going to go back and replay on PlayStation when I get round to it again. So many. Forspoken. I did start this. Couldn't get into it. It was okay. I think I'll probably go back to it at some point and finish it off. It's just, I don't know. I dived into Final Fantasy because I knew the remake or the Rebirth was coming out, and I wanted to play that, and I've been told that I need to play this Final Fantasy remake first, so I stopped playing this and dived into Final Fantasy. So, and then also played Cuphead and got my Platinum. If you haven't seen my video on Cuphead that I made recently, I love that game to bits. It's not in this video because it's a PS4 game, but we got Stray here. I've already played this on PS5, do want to go for the platinum at some point, but I wanted a physical copy because I love this game. I love cats. I would show you my cat, but she's absolutely fast asleep on my bed just over here right now, as always. So Stray, just brilliant game. Glad to have that in my collection. Callisto Protocol. So I've not played this through yet at all on any platform. I think it's supposed to be pretty good, but I've heard the Dead Space remake that I have played was better, and I loved playing through the Dead Space remake. It was one of my favorite things. I hate this, by the way, when they stick a flippin' sticker on your game box art. I have to take that up. If you get some, you can get some like certain rubbing alcohol stuff, or I can't remember what it is. It's not actually that, but something that you can use to get rid of it. But that's one I do want to dive into at some point. I'm sure I'll get round to it. But again, there's so much coming out at the moment. PlayStation seems to have a bit of a quieter second half of the year, which I'm actually okay with, because I'm hoping that they're going to sort of, I don't know, let us catch up on all these games that we've got to play at the moment, because it's absolutely insane. Tiny Tina's Wonderland, again, another game I haven't got round to playing. A game that I do have that is actually damaged, and the case is slightly broken, not by me, because I do look after my stuff. As I said, I hate when cases are broken. Again, a sticker on the back, which really bugs me, and yeah, just a damaged case. So at some point, I'm going to try and sort that out, and probably, yeah, the front of the case is actually cracked, which is really, really annoying. I don't like stuff like that. People should look after game cases. Witcher 3, which I actually hate to say this, I have never played through this game in its entirety yet. I have played through the game, don't worry, I have played the game, not all of it. I just got so lost in the game, and to be honest, I stopped playing it for a while. I can't remember what happened. I think I went on holiday for a couple of weeks, and I came back and I just wasn't in the right mindset to carry it on, so I moved on, but I need to go back and do it. So I have the physical copy. Well, I wanted it in my collection. I also have it digitally on my PS5, because I think it's like £5 or something like that. And also sometimes digital is just really convenient. I personally prefer collecting games, but I wanted to have, it was like £5 on sale, so I knew I would dive in at some point. We've got Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. We combined every word in that sentence then for a second. This game was really cool. Graphically, it's probably one of the best games to play on PlayStation or Xbox for that matter. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Well, and PC, of course, it's going to look even better. But talking about the consoles, I love this game. I thought it was absolutely amazing graphically. Gameplay-wise, got a bit bored halfway through, but graphically, it was very impressive. So I've got that in my collection. Enjoy the game. Now, next is one of my probably my top 5, maybe 10 games of all time. This might be surprising, but that's Cyberpunk. I love Cyberpunk. I played it through at launch on PS4, well, on PS5, but the PS4 version, which just ran at 60 FPS and was pretty messy. But they have fixed this game like to oblivion. Like, it's a completely different game now. I love the way this game plays. The Phantom Liberty DLC is absolutely phenomenal. To be honest, this is a game I'm going to dive in and out of all the time going forward in the future. I would like to actually have the platinum for that game, because I love it, and I feel like I only platinum games when I really love them. Like, you can look at my PSN profiles, it's YT and then Major Ben for YouTube, obviously, all capitals YT and then M capital for Major and B capital for Ben. If you want to check out, you know, my PSN profiles, I don't have much on there. My stuff is not as what you'd expect, because I've just started playing on PlayStation. As I said, I've always played on PlayStation, but I've started playing more on PlayStation. Anyway, let's talk about Spider-Man 2. This game, man, it's so good. Graphically fantastic. I love the way they like increase the way you move around the city, the speed that you travel through it, the swinging, the wingsuits, the fact that you switch between characters. It was just brilliant from start to finish. There are some gameplay elements and story elements that I thought were a bit weak during this one, but I still loved the game. It played so well as always. I can't wait to see what more they do with this franchise in the future. Insomniac just seem to nail it every time with these games. I really did enjoy it, and I wish I could kind of go back to when this launched and just replay it for the first time through again. I think they're adding some new stuff, right? They're adding New Game Plus and things and other stuff as an update, so I'll have to check back in on it at some point for that, because, I mean, just why not? The game is phenomenal. And it's something you're going to notice in this collection update is actually when I originally was playing on PlayStation at the launch of the PS5, I did actually switch to PC and I sold my other 2 games. So at some point I need to go back and collect Miles Morales and also the original 2018 Spider-Man, but the PS5 version, obviously, I do want to have that as a collection. I did, funny story, I'll talk about it at some point with PC and console and stuff. I plan on making a video on that. I love my PC. I have a 4090, and yet I choose to play on PlayStation just to put it out there. I prefer the console. I just do. Things are so much more simplistic. I seem to have constant issues on PC. I'll make a video on that at some point, but I can't stand it sometimes. Jedi Survivors, this game I was actually disappointed about. I enjoyed it and it was good. It was a good story, fun gameplay, but it didn't feel the same as what the original, whenever that launched, Jedi Fallen Order, just felt so much better. I don't know what it was, and I hope they don't give up on the franchise and just make 2 games. I hope we get more, but I loved Fallen Order, and I think they tried to go too big almost with this one, and they did this massive open world with loads of different planets. I know you could go to other planets and stuff on the first one, but the first one I've played through like 3 times. I love the game. This one, I don't know, it didn't feel the same to me. It just didn't feel as Star Warsy and as good to me as the first. I don't know. I love the first, and I could literally play it again and probably will, because now I'm playing on PlayStation. I'll probably go get the Platinum. GT7, phenomenal racing game, probably the best graphics racing game. I love Forza as well. I love both racing games, to be honest, but really have a soft spot for GT7. It's probably my first ever racing game on the old console. Sorry, not GT7 obviously, but Gran Turismo has always been a game that I played. Lords of the Fallen I picked up on a sale. It was really, really good on offer, so I grabbed it. I've not heard the best things, to be honest, about it. It's a Souls-like kind of game, obviously not by the people who make the Souls games, not by FromSoft, but a good game, maybe, and I might dive into it at some point. Horizon Forbidden West, one of my favorite games. I adore this game on PS5. Graphically, it's insane. I haven't got round to playing the DLC. I've heard that's phenomenal, so I need to go back and do that. Bit of cleaning up on trophies as well I want to do. But this is probably the top graphics RPG. Maybe as good as Avatar. It's just a very different setting, but it looks insane on PlayStation 5. I don't care what anybody says. It's one of the best graphics I've ever seen on a console, or PC for that matter. Demon's Souls, haven't even played it. Picked it up at launch, dived into other games first, and I need to play this game because I've not been a Souls fan really, but I played Elden Ring, fell in love with that game. I absolutely love Elden Ring. I have played other Souls-like games since then, but I do want to dive into Demon's Souls because people love it, people rave about it. Apparently it's slightly easier anyway than Elden Ring, so definitely want to do that at some point, and I can't wait for more Elden Ring. To be honest, I'll probably go back and play Elden Ring again. God of War Ragnarok, absolutely loved this game. I thought it was a brilliant sequel. I think without spoilers, be careful, maybe stop the video now while I talk about this, but I think we're going to go off with this character, Atreus, a little bit more in the next game. I think that's what's going to be happening. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I still really enjoyed this. I want to go back and play the 2018 one again, actually, when there's a bit of a break. But as we've seen, I already have a very big backlog, and I have plenty of pre-orders in place going forward. But we have 2 more games to talk about. And both these games are ones that are limited run that I picked up because I saw them on eBay for very cheap. They're both sealed copies, and this is Blood Rain Revamped and Blood Rain, I guess, 2 Revamped. I've never heard of them. They were very cheap on eBay, and as you can see, they're limited runs number 15 and limited runs number 16. So I picked them up because I was like, well, limited run games can tend to go up in price. Why not pick it up? Maybe I like the game, maybe I'll try it out. Haven't yet, but that is it for my collection at this time. So as you can see, we have a decent number of games. As I said, I haven't been collecting since the start of the PS5 because I got rid of a lot of games to switch to PC. Didn't enjoy PC so much and found it a little bit less. I don't know. I work on PCs all day. I'm a designer, for anyone who wants to know, of buildings, and I do that on my computer all day. So being in the evening playing more on my desk and PC, and yes, I have my PC hooked up to the TV as well, it doesn't feel as just plug and play for me. I like to just use PCs all day. I can sit in my bed, I can boot the PlayStation up with one button and play the game and carry on where I left off, and it's just nicer for me. I feel like when I'm on console, I actually play more games than when I do on PC because of simplicity. Excuse me. But that is my collection update. I plan on doing a collection update at the end of every month, just talking about the purchases of that month, and just running through things starting at the end of this month. I'll do it at like, it might be the 1st of March when it gets posted, for example, but we'll see. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this type of video. If you want to watch more about why I'm collecting physical games, I have made a video on that as well, so do go check that out. But we'll stop this there, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in future videos. Bye-bye for now.